Joe, we're here with Stuart Dahl. We also got Mike Bailey joining us as well. Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu, the name of the place. And we're making the oven-roasted fresh ham, 1 minute to midnight ham sandwich. And what's sizzling right now,
This
Stu?
is andouille sausage from Hall's. And you know, on our show, Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu, we like to celebrate our local ingredients, our local people. Hall's sausage made in Chickasaw, right here in Mobile County, and probably the best andouille sausage I've ever had. So this is just a real quick thing to get you going on your New Year's Eve party, or like Mike will be celebrating a national championship hopefully this Saturday. Be good for that. All I did was brown off some of this andouille sausage, and I'm just going to take some sharp cheddar cheese. This is ridiculous how easy this is to come together.
Now, Mike, how did this whole thing start?
The show?
The show.
Yeah, there was used to be a show on Sunday mornings, kind of like covered food and local businesses, and it became available, and I said, oh, I might want to try this. I have a lot to say. So Stu and I met a long time ago, and I said, man, we both like to run our mouth. Let's get a show. So we got some sponsors, and we got on the radio, and Sunday mornings we're heading for our 6th year.
Wow.
Every Sunday morning, I've only missed 1 or 2 shows.
Yeah.
Get up every Sunday morning.
I missed a few being half dead.
Yeah. Now, where can people listen to this show, Mike?
It's on FM Talk 106.5, 8 o'clock on Sunday mornings. I know some people are not up that time, but some people are coming in from out all night.
That's right.
Yeah, we Facebook Live our show every week, so that you can go back and actually see us acting like idiots, not just hear us.
We make it,
and look at here, I'm done just about.
We're really we don't offend anybody. Insult anybody's intelligence. Well, you do.
Well, yeah.
But we're talking about wine. We make it simple for everybody to listen and to learn something.
Wonderful.
And wine.
And Stu, this dish you're making, what exactly is it called? What is the official name?
Well, it is based on a traditional Mexican dish called queso fundido, which is melted cheese with chorizo sausage in it. Well, I turned it kind of Cajun with this andouille sausage. I used sharp cheddar cheese and finished it with a little, just stone ground mustard there from Great Value. Walmart makes fantastic mustards, by the way. And that's it. And so I call it queso fundido, but I spell it a little differently.
So it's simple ingredients.
Exactly. And it's ready to go. You can have some right now. Just tear off a little piece of bread, put that on there, and just...
That's how easy it is.
Yeah, it's just a simple little dip, and you can drag tortillas through it. You can get tortilla chips. I've got some flatbread here, just about anything, crackers, and you're ready to go. And it's a great local product with the andouille from Hall's, and you're ready to go.
When we come in a little bit later, because we still got 2 more of these to do, what are we going to focus on? What's going to be our next?
The next thing, I'm going to talk about this fresh roasted ham, not a smoked ham like we're used to, but a fresh roasted ham, and just tell you how I did it, because it's very simple too. But Mike is going to show you how to open a bottle for New Year's Eve.
Oh, because as we all know, there is a right way and there is a wrong way.
Very much a wrong way.
Right, there's a right way and a wrong way to do that, and there are a lot of people that are going to be popping bottles tonight, as we know. And if you want to find out more about Mike and Stu, just go to our website, fox10tv.com, or the Studio 10 tab. We'll have all the info, and we'll see you guys a little bit later in the hour. Joe?
Trying to fix my thing here. All right. I think I got it.
Got your thing.
My thing was falling off. The IFB thing, the ear thing. Yeah. It's all good now. Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu. Guys, great to see you again.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Good to see you here.
Stu, we've seen you quite a bit. Mike's been a little while.
Been a little while.
We're happy to have you back, and especially since you brought
booze.
Beverages.
Just say it, Joe. He brought booze.
So we'll get to all of that. First, it looks like you're about to do something with this ham here.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to talk really quickly about this ham. My mother used to always roast a fresh ham, not a smoked ham like we're used to for sandwiches, but a fresh, raw chunk of pig butt, basically.
Wow.
And just simply roast it. And then my dad would make sandwiches with it at night on New Year's Eve, and then the next day, this is what would go with our black-eyed peas, our greens, and all of our good luck food. So all I'm going to do is start carving some of this off. Mike's going to talk to you about the proper way to open your bubbly.
All right, sounds good.
So while he does that, this is what we call the champagne category, which generically mostly Americans and most of the world calls all sparkling champagne, but these are mostly just sparkling wines. I do happen to have a real champagne from Champagne, France.
Wow.
This is a sparkling from France, but it's not a champagne because it doesn't come from the Champagne region.
So explain that again. So the only thing that you can technically call champagne is if it comes from
Champagne, France.
Champagne, France. All right.
But You know, you don't need a bottle. You don't need a reason to celebrate with champagne. Just open a bottle every day and celebrate. A lot of people do. But these, a lot of these foils around here, some of them can cut your finger off.
So again,
almost.
just to clarify again, so you're advocating this every single day.
You know. But what a lot of people do, especially this time of year, because they start the day out with mimosas and Bloody Marys, and by midnight,
Right.
you know, they don't know if they can do this right. But as you see, champagne, these bottles have a lot of pressure on them.
Okay.
So you remove the foil and keep your thumb on top of this right here.
Thumb on top.
Keep your thumb on top, and you undo the cage. This is called a cage.
Okay.
Okay. And then what you want to do here, well, that
Is
wasn't
that?
supposed to work
That's
that
how-
way.
So that's
the
an
wrong
example
way.
of what not to do. So we got another
That's how
one.
not to do it.
So that's cool. Do you got another one you could show us?
Absolutely. Yeah, we do
I'm
that.
down. I got nothing to do.
Okay, while he's taking the cage off of that one,
Okay.
so I just want to say on this ham, the only thing I seasoned this with was some of this. Joe, check this out. This is called Key Southern Spice.
Yes.
And it was invented by an 8-year-old girl in Fairhope, Alabama.
Yeah, we've had her here on the show. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I met her dad at World Food Championships.
Yeah.
I competed there in November, 26th in the world in burger, my friend.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And he talked to me about this spice, and I tried it. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And if you get down in here when we make this ham, you'll get a little whiff, maybe cinnamon in there.
Yeah.
Something. It's a wonderful spice, and you know we highlight our local items, and now Mike's going to do this and try not to kill me this time.
All right.
All right, the best thing to do, not like that. I did that on purpose.
Yeah,
I
that's
did that
what
on
not to
purpose.
do.
But you want to put a rag over it, so if it does happen
Towel,
like that,
Mike, a
a
towel.
a rag,
Right.
yeah, paper towel, yeah. But an old shirt, an Auburn shirt, jersey.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's covered in Purdue bloodstains. What can I say?
But anyway, you just want to give it a slight twist.
And don't point it at anyone.
Yeah, don't point it. I don't want to point at these expensive cameras, though.
Yeah, they might make us buy them.
Anyway,
It's all right.
And there you go.
Boom.
And that way the towel catches that as it comes
it
up.
is. And see
Look
that?
at that.
And you see this wine key that Mike has brought?
I do.
These things are cheap. They're like $3.
Okay.
30 years in the restaurant industry, 30 plus years in the wine industry. Forget all those fancy things you see on late night TV. This $3 tool is the best thing in
That's
the world.
called a
to
waiter
open.
tool.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Best thing in the world to open a bottle of wine with.
All right, so keep that in mind. All right, so that's how you're supposed to do it. We
Use
also
the
learned how
towel,
not
yes.
to do it. It's all good. Guys, when we come back, what are we going to do here?
Oh, I got a sandwich. I told you my dad used to slice a little
Yep.
of this ham off and make a sandwich. I'm going to make that sandwich for you when we come back. And that was always our New Year's Eve tradition.
Very cool.
Right before midnight, 1 minute to midnight ham sandwich.
All right, sounds good. We'll get to all that in just a little bit. Michael?
Back in the Studio 10 kitchen with Stu Donald, Mike Bailey with Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu, the name of the show.
Yeah.
You can catch Sundays on FM Talk 106.5. And tell us what we finished up here, Stu.
All right, I'm going to finish up my chew, then he'll do his sip. All this
Okay.
is, I just simply toasted some bread.
All right.
And like I said, my dad made this sandwich every year, New Year's, right before midnight, 1 minute to midnight.
Any reason for the tradition?
Because we already had the ham that we talked about in the last segment.
Yeah.
My mom was doing it the next day, and he would trim a little off. So all I did was cook it up here in my Gotham steel pan. I fell in love with these at World Food Championships. My girlfriend got me one. So
Nice.
yeah, and I had to say that, or I wasn't getting
Girlfriend of the
another.
Year award right there.
Absolutely.
She's a keeper.
Yeah, and just a little mustard here. Like I said, Great Value makes phenomenal mustard. So, boom, just that simple. And you can doctor that up. You can put some cheese on it if you like. I think Mike had said he'd like some black pepper on this.
I love
some
cracked
pickles.
black pepper.
Yeah, some pickles on there, and then you get something really close to a Cuban sandwich. And I think this sandwich is why the Cuban has become one of my favorite sandwiches, is because it's a very similar flavor profile. And looky there.
Mike's already ready
Got a
to
little
usher in 2019. Look
Hey.
at this. I love it.
But, you know, like I said, champagne or sparkling wines, you don't need an occasion. To open one, you have an occasion. You can
That's
celebrate
true.
anytime. Celebrate anytime.
Best thing to drink on a first date, on the first course.
Is champagne?
Champagne.
Yeah, something bubbly to open things up. It makes everybody more approachable.
And we got these cute little glasses here. So it has 2019 on it.
Oh, I love that. You
Isn't that
got to
right?
have an official Happy New Year's glass, right? If you're going to usher in 2019. Now, your show is on Sundays from what is the time?
8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't
8 a.m. to 9 p.m.?
a.m. Thank you.
So it's
Thank
1
you,
hour.
Michael. Yeah.
It's
We
a
do 13 hours of
radio
food
show
and talk.
marathon, 8 to 9 a.m. And if people miss it, you guys Facebook Live it, and it's archived on your Facebook
Right,
page.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And then
oh,
the
yeah.
Facebook page is just facebook.com/sipandchew.
Awesome. Well, we are going to put the information on that as well on fox10tv.com under the Studio 10 tab. Gentlemen, good to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Hope
Year.
you're-
As we say on the show, provolone.
I like that. Joe and I'll wrap up this episode of Studio 10. Up next. Stick with us.